Have you ever wondered why some people attract everything they want, money, love, opportunities, um, while others try everything and still feel stuck? It's not luck, it's the law of attraction, and it's more real than most people realize. You don't need to know how it will happen, you just need to see it, feel it, and align with it. Because here's the truth, you don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. Everything is energy. Your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, they all carry a frequency, and the universe is just a mirror reflecting back the energy you broadcast. So if your frequency is doubt, fear, or lack, you'll attract more of that. But if you shift into confidence, peace, and certainty, you align with everything you desire. This isn't philosophy, it's physics. The question is, what frequency are you tuned into right now? You are a living magnet. You don't pull in what you wish for, you pull in what you broadcast. The universe doesn't respond to your words, it responds to your energy. And your energy is shaped by your dominant thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. If you're constantly thinking, I'm not enough, if you're always feeling anxious, insecure, or behind, that's the signal you're sending out. And like a perfect echo, life reflects it back to you. But when you start feeling like the version of yourself who already has what you want, when you think, feel, and act from that place, you change the frequency. And once you shift your frequency, your reality has to catch up. It's not about pretending, it's about becoming. Becoming the person who no longer chases because they already are. That's the secret. And once you lock into that energy, the world can't help but mirror it back. Everything begins with a clear picture in your mind. Before the dream car, the soulmate, the success, there was a moment when someone saw it before it existed. That's the power of visualization. Jim Carrey wrote himself a $10 million check before he ever landed a major role. Kobe Bryant imagined scoring 80 points for the Lakers while lying in bed as a teenager. Michael Phelps rehearsed every race in his mind before stepping into the pool. They weren't fantasizing. They were training their minds to accept a new reality. Because your subconscious doesn't know the difference between real and vividly imagined. It simply responds to repetition, emotion, and clarity. When you visualize with feeling, you're not just daydreaming, you're creating a blueprint. You're programming your nervous system to believe it's already true. And the more often you do it, the more normal that version of you becomes. So don't just wish. Close your eyes, see it, feel it, smell it, touch it. Live it in your mind until it feels more real than your current circumstances. Because once it feels real inside, it's only a matter of time before it becomes real outside. Most people wait to believe after they see results, but manifestation doesn't work that way. You don't see it first, then believe. You believe first, then you see. That's the shift. When you believe without evidence, when you move through your day as if it's already done, you collapse the gap between desire and reality. It's like placing an order online. You confirm the item, click purchase, and wait. You don't doubt it every 5 minutes. You know it's on the way. That's how belief works. Conor McGregor didn't become a world champion then believe he could. He believed it when no one else did, and the world eventually caught up. True belief doesn't beg or hope. It declares. It claims. It says, it's mine, long before it shows up. And the universe responds, not to desperation, but to the quiet certainty of someone who already knows. So ask yourself, are you waiting for proof to believe? Or are you willing to believe so fully that proof becomes inevitable? Say it, claim it, then move like it's already yours. That's the formula. There's real power in speaking your desire out loud, not as a wish, but as a decision. When you say, I will do this, I am this is already mine, you're not just talking, you're activating energy. You're aligning your words, your focus, and your identity. And once your inner world lines up, the outer world follows. Conor McGregor said he would knock out his opponent in the first round. And he did. Not because of luck, but because his energy and actions were already in sync with that outcome. Speaking it makes it real in your mind. Acting on it makes it real in the world. But it only works when your words are backed by conviction, not empty hype. Not forced positivity. Real power comes from alignment. Say what you mean, then live like it's inevitable. No backup plan, no second guessing, just the bold, quiet certainty of a person who doesn't wait, because they already know it's done. Dreams don't work on your days off, and neither does energy. The universe responds to consistency, not convenience. You can visualize, you can journal. But if you keep procrastinating, waiting for the perfect moment, you're sending a message. I don't really believe it's possible. Manifestation requires movement. Even small, imperfect steps carry power if they come from a place of faith. The most successful people aren't more talented. They're more committed. They show up every day, not because they feel ready, but because they've already decided. It's not about forcing, it's about embodying. Act like the version of you who already has it. Speak like them. Walk like them. Create like them. You don't need massive change overnight. You just need momentum. Each aligned action tells the universe, I'm serious, I'm available, I'm ready. And the universe always matches your level of seriousness. So don't wait for motivation. Create it. Don't wait for clarity. Move, and it will meet you along the way. Success doesn't come to the one who waits. It comes to the one who moves like it's already theirs. What are you saying to yourself when no one's listening? Because that quiet voice in your head, your inner dialogue, is shaping everything. You can read affirmations, you can visualize, but if your self-talk is still filled with doubt, fear, or self-judgment, that's the real script the universe is responding to. The law of attraction doesn't answer your mouth, it answers your mind. If your internal voice says, I'm not good enough, this probably won't work, I always mess things up, then that's the frequency you're living in. But here's the shift. You can rewrite that script. Talk to yourself like someone you love. Encourage yourself like your best friend would. Remind yourself daily of who you're becoming. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be intentional. Because the most powerful affirmations aren't the ones you read from a list. They're the ones you repeat in your head when things get hard. Choose your words. Choose your tone. Speak like the version of you who's already won. Because your reality isn't created by what you say once. It's shaped by what you say to yourself over and over again. You don't need more time. You don't need more money. You don't need permission. You just need to decide. Most people wait for the stars to align. They think, when I have the money, when I feel more confident, when life calms down. But the truth is, every success story you admire started with someone who had nothing but a vision. Jim Carrey had no fame, no money, just a check he wrote to himself. Conor McGregor drove a beat-up car, but in his mind, he was already in a Bentley. They didn't wait for proof. They moved like it was already real. And because they believed before anyone else did, the world had to catch up. So what if today is your starting line? What if you stopped saying, I'll try, and started saying, it's done? You don't need a fancy plan. You need commitment. You need clarity. You need to own the energy of the person who makes it happen. That version of you doesn't wait. They create. They show up. They decide. And that decision, made now with nothing but faith, is more powerful than any perfect condition later. You are not waiting for your moment. You are the moment. Anyone can dream. But dreaming with discipline, that's where the magic lives. Visualization isn't wishful thinking. It's mental training. It's rewiring your nervous system to believe a new version of reality is already yours. The best don't just imagine their success once. They practice it. Michael Phelps didn't just hope to win. He visualized every stroke, every turn, every breath, night after night. So when race day came, his body wasn't guessing. It was repeating what the mind had already lived. That's the power of disciplined imagination. You don't need hours. 5 minutes a day is enough if you're all in. Close your eyes, feel the outcome, smell the air, hear the sounds, step into the scene like it's happening now, and most importantly, do it again tomorrow, and the next day, and the next. Because repetition creates belief, and belief changes frequency, and frequency shapes reality. The more often you visit that future, the more it starts feeling like home. And when it feels familiar, your subconscious starts building it for you automatically. So stop waiting for results to feel different first. Then let reality catch up. You could have the dream car, the perfect partner, the $1 million home. But if your mind is still in chaos, you're not free. Real freedom isn't external, it's internal control. The ultimate power in manifestation isn't attracting more stuff, it's mastering the space within you. Because your mind is the command center. It can be your greatest ally or your biggest saboteur. If you're constantly reacting, doubting, spinning in fear, you're giving your power away. But when you learn to return to calm, to stillness, to knowing, you become unstoppable. This doesn't mean you never feel off. It means you know how to return. Return to alignment. Return to belief. Return to the version of you who already has it all. That's the real flex. Not controlling the world, but controlling your response to it. You don't need to force anything. You don't need to chase. You just need to hold the frequency, even when it's hard. And when your internal world becomes unshakable, your external world has no choice but to rise to match it. If something in this message woke something up in you, don't let it fade. Hit that like button, not for me, but as a signal to yourself. I'm choosing to step into my power. Subscribe and turn on notifications, because this isn't just one video. It's a journey, and we're building it together, one shift, one upgrade, one aligned decision at a time. And if you're feeling it right now, drop a comment. I've decided. That one declaration might be the moment everything starts to shift. You don't need anything outside of you. The real power has always been within. And now you're remembering.